Hello, beautiful people. This one is for my ladies. And because I love us, I love the girls, I love my sisters out there. And people will really try you in life. People will really try you. And if you're attracted to this frequency, like if you're watching this video and you're tuned in and you intend on watching the whole thing, I'm not going to make this too long, then this message is for you. So I'm not even going to complicate it. I'm going to talk to you as if I know that I'm talking to my audience, like as if I know that I'm talking to a reflection of me. You know, when you meet somebody and you kind of like see yourself in them, like they're so fly and you're just like, oh my gosh, like you feel familiar, you know what I mean? So I'm talking to y'all, all my reflections out there. And this actually happened to me yesterday. I saw this woman and she reminded me of like a cheetah girl or like a Bratz doll. Like she had the bangles on with like some really unique jewelry pieces and this dress that was gorgeous and like this tie-dye design and just ruffled and draped and just and she had the cutest heels on. It was just like, oh my God, just giving, such a fashion girly. And she was a Libra rising. And so I'm like, oh, okay. But anyway, I want to talk about self-esteem because in this world, especially if you're a Black woman, we know we're lit. Like, I feel like we should know we're lit because we really set the standard and like we set the beauty standards, you know what I mean? Like, but I feel like sometimes maybe it's because of how we're raised or whatever the fact is, but I feel like sometimes we don't always have like a high self-esteem. Like it's not inherent, like, or not that it's not inherent, but like maybe we're not raised to have a lot of self-esteem. Like we're not empowered by our mothers, or if we have sisters or something, or maybe there's just a lot of insecurity around us, and so we kind of embody that insecurity as well and continue it. Or maybe we have like narcissistic folks around us when we were growing up, and it has caused us to question ourselves, doubt ourselves, say less, and shrink ourselves, and just things like that. And I feel like if there's any hint of I'm actually a baddie within you, then we're going to tap into that right there. We're going to tap into that inner knowing that like you actually are lit. And so maybe you feel special, you feel divine, like you feel like there's just something about you, but maybe it's not showing on the outside, or maybe you still have certain doubts about yourself, or maybe certain insecurities about how you look, or a particular feature that you have that you're still working through. But ultimately you do love yourself, right? Because we want to be able to love ourselves and look in the mirror and be like, beautiful. Hey, gorgeous. You know what I mean? Like we want to be able to love our bodies naked and just really have like a healthy relationship with ourselves and our physical vessel, and in this body, in this temple, in the avatar that we have been given while we're here on earth. And so I feel like doing the work to love that vessel is really good work. It's not wasted time. You know what I mean? None of it is wasted time. And so some tips that I want to remind you, just in case you aren't fully there, because if you're on this frequency, you've had to do some work. And maybe there's still some subconscious things where you're still working to just fully love yourself. And so if that's the case with you, or maybe you're younger and just haven't had enough time, like you're on that path for sure, but you maybe just haven't had enough time to fully get to that point where, you know what, you're like, I'm comfortable with who I am, you know, I'm cozy in my skin. And so, but some of the things that have helped me in my journey that I want to pass the tips and tricks and things that I'm constantly doing myself is gratitude, just basically naming things that you're grateful for about yourself and highlighting to yourself the things that are pretty amazing about yourself. Like, let's say you are a great dancer and it just comes naturally to you. Hype yourself up, because remember, not everybody can dance. That is a gift. It is a talent. And, you know, keep cultivating it. You know, that's a skill. That's a thing. That's something that is special. It is very special. And so you should be proud of that, because for one, dancing is so healing. Moving that waist, not not my thigh cracking, but yeah, moving is healing. It can help you transmute stuck energy. It can help you move energy around and transmute that energy into something more beautiful and powerful and healing and soft and sensual and regal and creative. And so you want to tap into that dancing energy, and the fact that you can do it naturally and you enjoy doing it and you look good doing it, praise yourself. So yeah, whether it's that, or whether if you just naturally know how to cook, or if you just, you stay drinking your water and you care about yourself, like any little thing, like any little thing, really. Like, we don't want to make anything small. Like, if you just thank your body. Like, if your body has always pretty much done you well, you don't be up and down the hospital, or maybe you just don't get sick very often, like, just thank your body. Just thank everything about yourself that you appreciate and that you feel is good. You know what I mean? And when it comes to your character and like your morals and values and beliefs and stuff like that, if you're smart, or if you like to learn and you are naturally curious and you study things, like, that's a pretty beautiful thing to have, like that curiosity to always allow you to be learning, because that means that you're never going to be like, I know everything, and you're never going to shut anybody's opinion off. And so that's going to allow you to listen to people and to be able to validate people and to be able to allow people to feel heard and seen. And that's a beautiful thing, because you're making them feel good. Like, you're spreading that positivity. Like, any little thing about your personality and about who you are that you can acknowledge is a positive, beautiful thing. Put your awareness on that for a second. Like, really write it down and acknowledge it. Like, really acknowledge it. Like, imagine if you had a child and you have a really good kid, and let's say like they break a vase or something on accident. You put a lot of attention on that. You're like, what'd you do? Be more careful, blah, 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 blah. This was my favorite vase, da, 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 da. Go over there, da, da, da. Like, you'll put a lot of attention on that. Or maybe they get an A on the test or something, you'll put a lot of attention on that accomplishment. But what about when they put their toys away and you didn't have to say nothing to them? Like, they're just naturally clean or naturally organized, or they consistently brush their teeth. You don't have to tell them anymore. Like, those small things. Like, I really appreciate that you are so consistent, and like you show care to your body. You care about how you show up. You care about not upsetting people around you, not people pleasing, but just, you care about doing the right thing. And like, whatever it is, like the small things, I think that'll help build your self-esteem. Like, cause you shouldn't only receive praise, from yourself, right? We're not talking about external validation. This is yourself. Like, you don't want to, I only use the kid example so to kind of demonstrate, we want to treat ourselves like we're healing our inner kid. We're parenting our inner child. You know what I mean? So we want to not only validate ourselves and see ourselves and recognize ourselves when we accomplish a big goal or something, or when we, do something wrong, or like, we don't only want to give ourselves attention and basically shine light and recognize certain things when it's some big thing, when it's good, or just, any little bad thing. Because if you say the wrong thing, like, sometimes our brain just wants to focus on like the negative, and it kind of like if you read a bunch of comments about yourself and most of them are praising you, like, wow, good job, blah, 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 blah. But then one of them is like, you got a big old forehead, like, and you just thinking about it, like, dang, I got a big forehead, blah, blah, blah. Like, just thinking about that one. Well, what about everybody else that said, oh my gosh, your hair is beautiful, like, wow, I like that hat, like, oh, thank you for the message, da, 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 da. Like, I feel like our brains, I don't know why, maybe it's just like a survival thing, but like, our brains tend to naturally shine that light and shine that awareness on like the bad stuff or whatever, or the things like that maybe we might be insecure about. By the way, I'm not insecure about my big forehead anymore. Not anymore. I love my big forehead. And that's the thing. Like, we learn to love the features that we have, whether physical or, I used to talk a lot as a kid. I remember getting that on my report card. Talks too much. But now I'm using that for my benefit. Like, now my ability to communicate and be well spoken or whatever, that is an asset to me. That's something that I love about myself. Like, it wasn't something that I started to develop shame about or anything, or it's nothing to be ashamed for. So basically, the things that maybe someone might want you to feel ashamed for, don't. But that's just this message, y'all. Like, just make sure you are really giving yourself credit, especially in this world where there's so many distractions, so many things to compare ourselves to, so many negative things. Just take a moment to shift your attention away from that stuff, away from other people, away from current events, away from the news, away from all that stuff that they've got going on, and just bring it onto yourself and love yourself in that way, and bring some mindfulness and awareness to what you've got going on, and just pour into yourself and love on yourself, especially if you don't already feel full and overflowing, right? Because we need to feel full first. We have to put we have to put the oxygen mask on ourselves first. And so that's all that is. It's just, love on yourself. I just want to remind you that, like, I know you're special if you're here and listening to this. So thumbs up and give me some flowers, because happy spring equinox, everybody. I hope y'all have a really, really, really beautiful 2026 astrological and natural year. And it's getting warmer outside. Let's get outside. Let's hit our girls up and get together with the girls and just stay beautiful and sweet and happy and present and peaceful. All right, you guys, I don't want to keep going, and we're at 11 minutes already, but thank you for watching, and like the comment, hit all the notifications, do all the things. Anyway, peace.